everyone, this is Courtney from Maine Snap Ed and Healthy Communities of the Capital Area. Thanks for joining me today to make mango salsa. If you are following along in one of my Cooking Matters classes, you can turn to page 40 for this recipe. Just like that. Or if you're just following along online, you should be able to visit cookingmatters.com or share our strengths and you can find the recipe there. So it is called mango salsa, but mangoes weren't available at the grocery store. So I will be subbing pineapples today. And this is something that you could also do. If mangoes aren't available to you, you could use pineapple or peaches. Those are really great alternatives. And you can also check out the canned aisle and make sure that you get fruit with no corn syrup added, or you can also visit the frozen aisle. Those are really great alternatives if mangoes aren't available. So the recipe today is a great one for following along with my plate. We remember that fruits and vegetables, the goal there is to make half of your plate fruits and veggies. So this recipe has fruit, either the mango, pineapple, or peaches, and it also has vegetables. So we have cucumber and green onion that we'll be using today. Another thing to note is I've already washed my hands, cleaned my surface, and prepped my fruits and vegetables. What to do is either cut your mango, pineapple, or peaches, and go ahead and dice those up and put them in a bowl. As you're cutting, you want to remember to have that bear claw. That way your fingertips aren't as easily cut if you happen to slip or make a mistake. So make that bear claw and remember to have your knife pointing downwards. So we are all done cutting our pineapple. We're going to move on to cucumber next. The directions say to cut your cucumber in half lengthwise. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to leave the skin on my cucumber. I like to do it that way. It's totally preference. You can peel it if you like. I like to keep the skin on for a bit more nutrients. So my cucumber is cut lengthwise. I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. And that will make it a little bit easier for me when I'm dicing. And if you do have some bigger chunks in there, you can just go through and cut those a little bit smaller. All right, so cucumber is done. Okay, so next up, we are going to do the jalapeno pepper. So how I like to do this is just cut off the top first. Okay, so we can see that there. And I like to go ahead and kind of shave down the sides. And as you're going, you can just pick out some of those seeds because you might get a couple in there. Depending on how spicy you like your salsa, you could just use half of it. It's up to you. So again, just like the cucumber, I'm going to cut that in half lengthwise. Already. Okay, so that is it. I've got some green onions left. I'm just going to dice those up. And next up is the limes. Just go ahead and cut your limes in half. Being careful as you do this. This recipe calls for 2 limes. Alright. And what we're simply going to do is just squeeze the lime juice over the salsa, which is looking really nice so far, really vibrant. And if you're at home and you have a special tool like I do, you can cheat and use this. Just put the lime in. This one is for oranges, but limes fit too. You can just put the lime in, and then I'm going to squeeze that over this salsa. Following along without that, just take your lime. And what you can do before too, I did forget to do this, is you can take your lime and kind of soften it like this orange here. You can take it and soften it too. And that will just make it a little bit easier for when you're squeezing. So I'll go ahead and squeeze the lime. Just be careful if you have any cuts. It might sting a little bit, just like hand sanitizer does. One lime down. We'll do the next one. All stirred up. Take a look at that. So this recipe is great to have with some tortilla chips, black bean soup, or tacos. So I've got a couple chips here, and I'm going to have it with that. This recipe also does serve 6 people, so it goes a pretty long ways. And there you have it. We got our pineapple salsa today and some tortilla chips. Enjoy!